I'd rather be with you, boo. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. Okay, welcome back to another video of the Summer That Hikaru Died, episode 12. We talking about the season finale. I believe this episode was titled "It's Home." So first, let's talk. Okay, welcome back. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Shamar Mouse, and over here we're on our anime matching manga series where we talk about BL anime, manga, and anime. Dan to Dan season 2 is now concluded, and the Summer That Hikaru Died season 1 has now concluded. But this series is not over. It's time for us to pick up another anime, another BL, another manga, and we're still playing Marvel Rivals and Demon Slayer Hinokama Chronicles 2 ranked. So let's jump right into this episode, right? So we always have to go back a little bit first before we, where we are now. So in the previous episode, Hikaru discovers that he can no longer control himself, and now he wants to run away. Which is crazy because, like, you come down the mountain, you're the all-powerful, and now you want to run away, I guess, to heal Yoshiki's trauma. But, like, we're too deep in. Like, what are we talking about? And we also know previously from episode 11, the character named Asako Yamagishi, she basically called Hikaru attacking Yoshiki in the previous episode. So she very much knows now that Hikaru is no longer Hikaru. He is the monster. So that brings us up to speed to episode 12, right? So everything is going good. Everything's going normal, right? And I must say, in this episode, the budget was budgeting. Like, it was like they saved the whole budget from this season and put it in the last episode. I mean, but granted, the animation throughout this season was really good. But episode 12 was definitely noticeable. So episode 12 takes place on the last day of school, basically before summer break. And like we discussed previously, Hikaru is planning to run away. Now, this is the part that fucked me up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So Hikaru is like doing everything that he loves to do, basically, like the monster Hikaru, Nonuki-sama, is doing everything that they want to do, that they have experienced as living in Hikaru's body. And it's like bittersweet romantic because it's like Nonuki-sama is finally saying for himself, like, I understand that Hikaru wanted me to grant this wish for Yoshiki and the town, but I can no longer do this. Like, I'm causing more damage than I'm helping. So everyone's having fun. Yoshiki got to school early. See, he's waiting on his man. Yoshiki loves Hikaru. That's his man. So he gets to school early and everybody's like joking around, having fun, asking like, what are you going to be doing this summer? Like, we can't wait to leave today. Like, it's the last day of school. So they go to these assemblies and everything, and they're like, and they notice, and they're like, where's Hikaru? Like, Hikaru's not coming. Like, what's the tea? So Hikaru's like skipping around. So I'm thinking he's not going to show up, period. But he still like somewhat shows up to the school for some reason. And so he's at the school loving everything that, he's come to love. Basically saying his last goodbyes. And so he makes it into this classroom where they normally have education or whatever. And Asako basically meets him in the classroom because she wants to get her closure, basically. Which I feel like is very healing for people like us who are watching anime. So she basically, like, they're having, like, meaningless banter. And Asako finally pops a question like, you're not the real Hikaru. Like, you can't fool me no more. Ain't no more, like, hiding this. And I don't understand why Yoshiki dumbass is sitting here hiding this with you. But I know that you hurt my ear. I know I said in a previous video that, he blinded her or made her deaf. But I believe he just cut off her ear or something like that. He injured her. And so he let her know, like, girl, I know you know my tea. But you gonna keep this on the wraps, right? Because I don't want to hurt you. That's what Nonuki-sama is saying to Asako, or the new Hikaru. The new Hikaru is saying it to Asako. So he straight up asks her, he's like, now you know you can't be saying it around me because that gets me hot. It makes me mad. It makes me want to murder you. And so Asako, like, quickly reaffirms him or reassures him that she's not going to tell. And she just, like, bursts out into tears. And Hikaru was like, girl, I don't understand this. Like, what is you crying for? But I feel like he definitely empathized with her, and he walked over and he wiped her tears. And that made her bawl even more because now she realizes that the real Hikaru was really dead. And there's nothing that they can do. And this further reassures Hikaru's answer to Yoshiki's and Hikaru's problem, or Nonuki's problem. That he has to leave in order for everyone to heal because he doesn't want anyone to hurt or be crying or anything. So he runs through like this whole flashback about, Yoshiki mourning the death of Hikaru, the town mourning the death of Hikaru, everyone moving on and probably talking about going to college and all these different type of things. Which is the truth. Like, that's technically what's really going on. That's technically what should have really happened. But this is a horror story and, yeah. So they do a quick flash to Mr. Takeda. And he comes back to the family. I don't know if this is like the Endo's family or whoever family this is. But I think this family that was like having a lot of impurities going on. He basically shows up and he's like, Nonuki-sama was never real. Which I kind of do believe that Nonuki-sama was never real, and it is something that the village made up. But I do feel like it's some type of entity that is like plaguing the village. And that's what Mr. Takeda is saying the whole time. He was like, yeah, so I'm going to get to the bottom of what this is, but whatever y'all talking about, Nonuki-sama, that doesn't exist. So he blows everyone's mind with that one. So we speed forward to Hikaru doing the same thing that Yoshiki did for Hikaru in previous episodes. So in the previous episode, when Yoshiki tried to kill Hikaru, Yoshiki wanted to give Hikaru the best day before he offed him, basically. Which I thought this was such a great way to like sum up the season or end it. And we have Hikaru and Yoshiki basically going around having fun, bought like this little squid toy, salamander toy, spending their last moments together because Hikaru is about to break the news to Yoshiki that he's about to go back to the mountain. And this is like the gayest fight ever, and it broke my heart. Like, oh my gosh. So they're having a great time, and they went all around. Like I said, they bought the salamander, and Hikaru's like, Yoshiki, let's go to the beach. So, like, very much how some gays are unrepresented in their family, and they kind of just feel like a third wheel to their family sometimes. This is just some gay people. And so he said that Hikaru basically rescued him from that situation because he was about to die if he spent more time with his family, which I could definitely understand. You just want to be with people who are like you, who understand you. So this beach scene is crazy. So it starts off with Hikaru running into the water, and he's like, the water is cold. Like, and I'm basically like, he's feeling sensations that he never felt before, right? So apparently he gets his memories back right in the middle of the water when he looks into a snake eyes, which we don't know what that technically means right now. I don't know what that means, but apparently he got some of his memories back. But a part of me feels like Hikaru is holding back a little bit, especially about not telling Yoshiki what all he really knows. So at this point, Hikaru remembers and he's about to break Yoshiki's heart in 5 million pieces. So they're just talking or whatever, flirting and in the water, and Hikaru just basically says, "Yeah, so I'm going back to the mountain." Yeah. I don't know how you feel about that, but we had a great time. This was fun, but I'm going back to the mountain. So Hikaru or Nonuki-sama is using like this strategic psychology to where they're just trying to say anything to hurt Yoshiki's feelings in order for him to make a smooth, clean leave. And Yoshiki is not going for that. Yoshiki is like, I didn't risk my life. I ain't got this mark on my arm. Like, we not finna go back for this. I didn't live with you this long. You done came back from this mountain, made this whole town believe that you still alive. We not doing this. I done made a fool of myself. My friend got hurt. We've been living this life. So they basically get into a huge fight, and Hikaru starts breaking it down. And he's just like, I feel like this is kind of like overall the season, like all the characters telling Hikaru that like you'll never be Hikaru. I feel like he started to really like take that in, and now that's why he's saying these things to Yoshiki. Like he's saying like me and Hikaru will never be the same. Like I'm just a replacement. Like I like ice cream. Hikaru likes this. Hikaru doesn't like schoolwork. I like schoolwork, which I thought was like really good to like really. This was best to differentiate the two characters from each other, although they're sharing the same body. And then finally, the icing on the cake, no pun intended, he tells Yoshiki, basically the only reason that he's here is because he's fulfilling the wish that Hikaru made when he passed away, which is to not leave Yoshiki in the town alone. He wanted to still live on with them. And Hikaru basically telling him, I'm about to jet. This is over. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep hurting you. And Yoshiki on Monster like comes out and he's like, I'm being selfish. Like, how can I ask you to try to be something that you're not, or try to be someone you're not? And basically Yoshiki is telling him like, you're no replacement. Like, I know you're not Hikaru. Like, you'll never be Hikaru. But he's like, but I've come to love this person or this version of you, this monster inside. And he was like, so basically they're both like playing on their insecurities and saying how much they want to be together. And Yoshiki really gagged Hikaru because Yoshiki was like, you want to be here too as much as I want you here. And Hikaru can do, or Nonuki-sama can do nothing but gag. This fight was beautifully animated. The hug was beautifully animated. And Hikaru basically decided to stay. And then Mr. Takeda was basically like watching this whole thing from the side, which makes it, I guess, somewhat romantic in a twisted way. This whole season has been like twistedly romantic in a fantasy thriller murder type of way. Shemtest again, we have come to the end of this series, season 1 of the Summer That Hikaru Died. It has been renewed for a season 2. Make sure to like this video, save it, turn on post notifications, turn on the subscribe button so you'll be notified every time I post a review on the anime. Thank you for being here on this journey. It's time to watch something new. I'll see you soon. If nobody told you all year, all month, all week, all day, I love you.